Okay, here we go. 13-4. Our math objectives are I can compare fractions with different denominators. So the bottom number, the denominator, is going to be different, but we're going to compare them. I can understand fractions are numbers that represent parts of a whole. I can explain my thinking and show my work using academic words, numbers, and pictures. Carrie and Alan had the same amount of vegetables to eat. When we're comparing, they've got the same amount on their plate. Carrie ate 1/4 of her vegetables. Alan ate 1/3 of his vegetables. So they ate different amounts, didn't they? Carrie ate 1/4. Alan ate 1/3. They had the same amount of vegetables, but they ate a different amount. And our question is, who ate more vegetables? Think about what your answer statement would be. Question is, who ate more vegetables? Solve the problem any way you choose. Explain how you decided. One idea might be our little 1/4, 1/3, and would you use greater than, less than, or equals? How can fraction strips help you to reason about size to find whether 4/6 or 4/8 of the same whole is greater? So you got the same whole thing. There's 4/6, 4/8. We want to see which one's greater or larger. Now they want you to reason. That means they want you to think about it. They want you to make sense of it. They want you to figure it out. How can I reason and think about the size? And I can use fraction strips. Well, first thing I notice is that what I know about fractions helps me to reason and to make sense. And I know those fours are the same. There's 4 and there's 4. So we're talking about 4 parts here and 4 parts here. But I've got to look at the denominator too. This means the whole was broken up or divided into 6 parts. This whole was broken up or divided into 8 parts. Right? Same size whole, it's the same whole, but this one was 4/6 and 4/8. Okay? So I know there's going to be something different there. Well, I like to use my fraction strips for this. And there's my one whole, and remember it's the same, so we can use the same one whole for both the 4/6 and the 4/8. And I can start bringing my there, and I can start bringing my 8s up there. Yeah, I've got 4 of those 6, so I'm dividing this whole into 6 parts, but I'm only going to talk about 4 of them. Right? Same thing with my 8s. I'm dividing it into 8s. So I don't need all 8 of them up there though, because I'm only talking about 4. Remember, 4/6 or 4/8 of the same whole. So I'm going back 4/6, 4/8 of the same whole. And what do you notice about those denominators? One thing I notice is that the larger number is smaller pieces. The larger number is smaller pieces. 6 is smaller than 8, but the pieces, the parts that this whole has been cut into are larger. Let's refresh our memory and see what the question is. Whether 4/6 or 4/8 of the same whole is greater, is more. Well, we can see that 4/6 is greater, okay, than 4/8. 4/8 is back here. 4/6 is up here. It's greater, more parts of the whole than 4/8. Which is greater, 1/4 or 1/6? Draw fraction strips to complete the diagram and answer the question. I could go back to my fraction bars, but I also like to draw them once in a while. Let's see here. If we're talking about 1/4, that means I'm talking about 1 part out of 4. They've divided this whole into 4 parts. I can do that now, hopefully nice and neatly, being as precise as I can. It always does that. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right, so now I've got my 1, 2, 3 parts. 1, 2, 3 parts, but I'm only talking about one of them. So let's color that in there, just that one part there. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, 1/6. Now we've got 1/6. That means the whole has been divided into 6 parts. I'm only going to talk about one of them. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I've divided into 6 parts. That's what that denominator tells me. But I'm only talking about one of them. So let me color that one part. Oop, one part. Let's try that again. I'm only coloring one part. And now I want to know which is greater. Well, I can see the 1/4 is greater than 1/6. My 1/4 is greater than my 1/6. It's more, it's larger. Right? All right. Use models to compare fractions. Here's a type of model, these fraction strips. I'm going to compare 3/6 and 3/3. They've already got them down for us here. There's 1, 2, 3/6, 1, 2, 3/3. I can see that 3/3 is greater than 3/6. In fact, 3/3 is one whole, isn't it? Look, it's the same. It's equivalent to one whole. Back over here, we've got 4/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/8 is less than. 4/8 is less than 4/6. I can see it right there. All right. You can use your fraction strips right here if you wanted to work it out for yourself. 4/6 and 4/8. Okay, remember we were noticing that the larger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. The larger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. Now, let's say Oliver and I were going to have a pizza. Just the two of us. Oliver and I are having pizza. We divide it in half there. We each get 1/2 of the pizza. Okay? That's not bad. Oh, wait, someone's at the door. All right, 2 friends show up. Jake and Malachi are here. Well, now I've got to take my one pizza and divide it into 4 parts. Now I've got to take it, and I only get one of those. I'm sharing. I'm a nice guy. I'm a share. I get 1 part out of the 4. You can see my piece is smaller now, isn't it? Before I had half. Now I've got 1/4. What? Someone else is here. We got some more friends coming. We had to divide the pizza now into 6 pieces. 6 pieces. I still only get one. I've got 1 slice out of 6. I'm getting a smaller slice. Notice the more friends that show up at the door, the more slices I need to feed them. Who could that be? Oh, what do we have here? All right, I got 2 more people. I got 8 slices. 8 slices there. I still only get one. Okay, still only get 1 slice of pizza. It's smaller though. Ah, oh, wow. Everyone invited everyone who the word got out there. Now we got 12 people. So I have to divide this pizza into 12 parts. And I still get 1 part. But notice my piece is getting smaller, isn't it? My slice is getting smaller. The larger the denominator. Oh, Lord. All right. Now we have 16 people that have showed up. We really got to slice that pizza carefully to make sure they have equal parts. Fractions are equal parts. And I get my 1/16 of a pizza. 1/16. Larger the number, smaller. Okay. Wait a second. I got the whole 3rd grade here, plus teachers, plus aides, plus moms, plus the front office. I have sliced this pizza into 100 pieces. 100 sounds like a big number. It sounds like, hey, that would be huge. Remember, you're dividing your pizza into 100 slices, and I'm only going to get 1/100th of that pizza. 1/2 is greater than 1/4, greater than 1/6, greater than 1/8, which is greater than 1/12, which is greater than 1/16, which is definitely greater than 1/100th. The larger the denominator, the smaller the parts of the whole. Rewatch the video, pause, and work out the problems. Watch the 13-4 video on Pearson. Do the work along with the video. Got your practice buddy and your solve and share. Have fun. Enjoy your pizza.